finally great to meet you. I've been a fan of Deathhammer for quite some time. I think ever since the days I was listening to Fenris's podcast, his on his Patreon. He whenever Electric Warfare came out, or maybe
Yeah.
it was Evil Power. Maybe I think he was hyping you guys up, and rightfully so. And I've just been a fan ever since.
Sorry, I just fixed the lights here.
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks, man. That's cool. You're into the stuff.
Oh, dude, like, I mean, I'm a kid of the fucking '80s, man. I don't know. Most of my audience probably same way, and it was always Slayer, Exodus. I mean, Metallica's, of course, and later, you know, I would venture off into more extreme measures like Creator and so forth. And I know, like, all those mentioned bands are like, you know, huge influences on what you guys do in Deathhammer.
Yeah, Creator, Battery, just all those guys. 1985, that shit.
Yeah, man. And dude, in my opinion, I think no one does it better than this black thrash. I think you guys started it, in my opinion. I mean, y'all guys kind of predate everything that has been happening lately with this like newfound thrash movement. But y'all guys have done it way better than anyone, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
All right, yeah. Thanks for the support, man. That's cool. Yeah, when we started out, there was like not as many as now. There was quite a few. We kind of like, fucking somebody should start bringing back some of the old school thrash metal shit because there's only like, I could count the band on one hand, like that's doing that shit. So we figured like we need some more of that fucking ripping old school stuff.
Yeah. I was able to catch a little bit of your show at the Maryland Deathfest, and it was just fucking insane. I felt like the crowd energy was a little boring because maybe they didn't hear of you guys. I mean, there was like clearly some fans that was up front and digging the show, but I was like, holy fuck, man! It's like I couldn't believe what I was watching because I mean, I waited so many years to see you guys, and y'all just fucking delivered so fucking heavy and fast. It's just the amount of riffs that you guys have in your arsenal of songs is just fucking mind blowing. It's something that I aim to fucking play just as fast, if not faster.
All right, yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's all about riffs, man. So like you gotta with the thrashing, you need to have the energy and the attitude, but like it all starts with the riff. If it's not a good riff, then fuck it. It's not. It's nothing. And yeah, metal is all about fucking riffs, man.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what my podcast is all about, man. Like what was, you know, going back to your early days as a kid and like, you know, listening to music, like what like got you into, you know, everything extreme? Or like just let's talk about that.
Yeah, fuck. I don't know. I've always been pulled towards like scary stuff and brutal stuff and evil stuff. Like, and ever since I was like in kindergarten, I've been trying to find the most scary movies and the most loud music and like all that kind of shit. I guess it was like around mid 90s. I was getting into the skate punk that was on the TV and stuff like that. But then I was on holidays in the around the turn of the century, and I was on holidays with my family in Denmark, and I bought like this magazine which had like it said the 13 biggest Satans of rock or something, and I was like, okay, I gotta check this out. What's that?
Yeah.
And then you had everything from Marilyn Manson to Glenn Benton, King Diamond, yeah, Vadgvikernes, everyone, So I was like, all
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
I'll check out all this shit, like, and yeah, so I was like a fucking perfect list, So, and then when I heard Bursum, it was like, okay, then I kind of like ditched all the glossy shit from the MTV because it was sort of like you grow up fast listening to that music, So
Oh
like,
yeah. No shit. You ever speaking of Bursum, do you ever find yourself on social media like watching his stuff on like I know he was on YouTube for a long time and then he got booted off because of
yeah.
his views, of course. You ever find yourself like on social media seeing clips of his stuff like that he's doing lately?
I haven't been able to follow it lately because it's been like I'm not on TikTok or whatever he uses now, but I
Yeah.
used to check it out on YouTube. It was like, yeah, he's himself, It's,
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
best way to put it. He's definitely his own self, man.
Yeah,
Definitely a legend in his own mind for sure. And
yeah.
as far as the music, rightfully so. Uh, but yeah, I guess what I'm really curious about, man, is like, what was it like? I know everyone cites you guys being from Cobolton, the same area where Darkthrone is from. How was it living there?
Um, yeah, that's like only half true because we none of us really grew up there because
Okay.
Southern Manser is from the south and I'm from the inland, so I always had to like travel really far to record all the demos and all the early records and shit. We never really rehearsed until the last few 3-4 years. We started like rehearsing like a real band pretty much, but before that I only went down there maybe a long weekend and we just like fucking bashed it out, and we had such a good connection, so everything just went really fast, like without us really needing to rehearse or anything. So but then I moved to Oslo, and then Kato moved to like the Oslo area a little bit later, and yeah, he moved to like the Colbolton area. So he's been living there for the past I don't know 12 years or so. So
Okay.
that's where, and also we've been like a brother band with Necromantion and Obliteration, those guys, ever since like we started out 2007. So we had like a lot of connection to that scene and those guys. So we rehearsed there, we recorded there, and we had those guys helping us out live and whatever. So we have like a big connection to that area, but we're not like technically a Colbolton band. But Kato lives there, so I guess like it's not completely wrong to say that we're a Colbolton band, but like we never claim it ourselves. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I
So,
noticed that. The lead guitar player of Necromantian was with you guys at Maryland Deathfest. I was wondering about that Cobolton connection.
yeah, that was like a one-off thing because Deathhammer, in essence, or like real Deathhammer is just me and him because me and Sadomancer does everything on the records and everyone else is like helping out live. But on all the records, it's just me and him. So I would never really play live without him, but he had like some family matters to take care of, so he wasn't able to attend the show. And
Yeah,
the show had been announced for like a really long time, so I knew people had like got tickets to see us, and like people were really looking forward to see the show. And I don't really like to cancel gigs, especially if it's not that far away and been announced for so long. So I figured like, okay, we'll do a one-off thing with Arild from Necromantion as the replacement for Sadomancer. And then I didn't want to. They said we offered us to do a tour, but it felt wrong to do a tour without Sadomancer. But still, it
yeah,
also felt kind of stupid to just go all that way and just play one show. So we played one more show in New York, and we did that one in Maryland, and that's it. But it would be wrong to go on a tour without Sadomancer because like him and me, that's Deathhammer, So
yeah. I mean,
it's
you could
got
tell. I'm sorry. I was just saying. I mean, you could tell that you two guys' chemistry is just fucking. I mean, it's uncanny. It's just like the things that y'all do is fucking diabolical. And I don't think you can replace that with just anyone creatively. The shit
Yeah,
that y'all got
exactly.
going.
Yeah, so it's like if someday I find sometime at some point I don't want to do this shit, or he doesn't want to do this shit, then that's the end. You know, like, there's not like we could just replace me or him, because Deathhammer is us. We're a unit. So as soon as one of us goes, that's it. But so that was a one-off thing, uh, just because. Yeah, I didn't want to disappoint people in canceling show and shit.
Yeah, and you guys tour just about anywhere and everywhere that y'all want to play. I noticed that I was just going through a bunch of footage on YouTube and how y'all played South America. I mean, all over Europe. And man, I was just waiting, like, for Deathhammer to come, do a little mini tour or something here back in the States. Cause I mean, that's what I'm, if I got to go back to Oslo to catch y'all guys, so be it.
Yeah. Lately it's been that because of personal stuff that has to be taken care of. So we haven't had the possibility to go on long trips and shit. But we've done that in the past for sure. But we never really toured Europe. Actually, we just played one show here and there. But we toured more in America actually. But yeah, for now we're probably not going to do like long tours in the near future. But we'll see what happens. But we're still playing shows. But it's like a bit more like one show here and there, I reckon. For a while, we'll see what happens.
Right on. And you mentioned going back to the brother band that is Necromantium, and is there some type of like friendly competition of like who could just like write the the fastest fucking riffs? Because between you two bands, those the riffs in every song is just like with every release gets faster and fucking faster.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know, competition. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know if it's the right word. But like, of course, you want to make the fucking deadliest, rawest, fucking most kick-ass record there is. So if it's competition is the right word, I don't know. But at least it inspires you to do shit fucking properly when they do it like that. But my favorite Norwegian thrash record is actually Unstoppable Power by Condor. I think that's the fucking great
That
one.
is the shit.
Yeah, I
Yes.
love that one.
It was hard for me to find, but I remember it might have been again on Fenris's podcast that he mentioned those guys, and I mean obviously can't deny fucking R Noir. That's what kind of
Yeah,
put me on the path of like seeking out more Norwegian black thrash. Uh,
yeah,
yeah.
they're the masters of that. They started that shit in Norway anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. And but dude, I mean, what was were you ever? I mean, did you have a massive record collection? And I'm just curious of like, did you like learn your instrument just completely by ear? Did you have some kind of like formal training, learning guitar and bass?
No, not at all. Actually, I just picked it up. Yeah, I got a acoustic guitar when I was like 13 or something, and then I just started playing some Motorhead and Johnny Cash and shit on that guitar, and then I got into it, and then I got an electric guitar, and I pretty much as soon as I learned how to do the power chord, I was playing the power chord, and that's like fuck, I can play anything that's cool with the fucking power chord, and then you learn how to do the open string, and then open string power chord. There you go. There's thrash metal right there, and everything else I just took from. Picked it up as I went.
Man, I tell you, like talking to you and just knowing what Deathhammer is all about musically, it's really hard for me to picture, a young Sergeant Saltzman playing some fucking Johnny Cash.
Yeah. Yeah, it just makes sense when you got the fucking acoustic there,
What
Bum,
what
bum, 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 you know, that kind of shit.
what were some of the songs that you were learning to play by old Johnny?
Oh, it was that, I think, Walk the Line and Folsom Prison Blues. But and then I started playing also a lot of surf because there was not everything. I didn't want to play like lame chords all the time, and I couldn't just be fucked sitting in my room playing fucking Creedence songs or whatever. So like I tried to figure out what sounds cool, even if it's on acoustic guitar. So then I started playing like surf music, you know.
Yeah.
And then after that, like, fuck, I need an electric guitar, man. And I got that.
And, you know, there's there's so many like Instagram influencers, if you want to call them. They'll say like, you know, black metal music is just like it's surf music without the fucking amplification, like being amped up, or no distortion. You have surf music if you play black metal, you know, phrasing and riffs and shit like that. And I was like, you know, maybe there's a little something to that, but I'm not a fan of it.
It's not completely wrong. I mean, I've heard there's like a Norwegian band that does surf covers of like Transylvanian Hunger, this kind of shit, and it's like, it sounds stupid, but then when you hear it, like, oh, okay, it kind of fits. I don't know. I mean, it's tremolo picking all the way, and it's like, yeah, it's not the same, but I see the link for sure. Yeah,
yeah. You could definitely hear, you know, what they're talking about. That's for sure, man.
Yeah. Actually, it gets like not enough credit, I think, surf, because everyone, when you see like the documentaries of metal, oh, there was Black Sabbath, blah blah blah, there was Judas Priest, blah blah. Before there was only Beatles and Elvis or whatever. But it's like, come on, mention the surf too, like, because like that was fucking early and that was fucking heavy and fucking noisy and fast.
Definitely.
Shit. People never mention that in the big picture about metal. That, and I reckon like that and the old like English glam rock doesn't get mentioned enough, like for the fucking creation of the heavy beast.
Yeah, I think you said it point blank correct. In fact, it's funny that we're talking about surf music and like and its heaviness in its own right. I have some friends in New Orleans who have a surf rock like bass band, but it's, you know, they throw in Motorhead, Danzig 1 covers and shit like that. And dude, like it sounds just as evil, but like,
yeah,
in a happy way.
yeah, it works. Fuck, when we played in New Orleans, one of the guys from Fats Domino came to see us.
Oh shit!
Cool. It was like this over 80-year-old guy was like, "Come see Deathhammer," like with his cane and shit. We were like, "Wow, fucking sick!"
Dude, like, okay, so what year was that when y'all played New Orleans? Because that must have been a time where I just didn't know about you guys. Clearly,
I reckon that was like 2013, 14, maybe 13. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Because I think I just got into Deathhammer around 2016, 2017 time frame.
Oh yeah.
But shit, I would have been, I would have definitely been at that fucking show. That's for sure.
So you located there in New Orleans, or?
I'm located about 2.5 hours west of New Orleans. Like there's the interstate that takes you straight to New Orleans, and I'm like right off the interstate exit, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm in the air quotes Cajun country, if you know anything about that. Like, it's like all the I'm at the place where like all the good food comes from. I mean, a lot of tourists will go out to New Orleans to get, you know, authentic Cajun
Creole,
cuisine, and Creole and all that stuff. No,
yeah.
it's in Lafayette. It's in Lafayette. It's in the surrounding areas of where I live. I mean, that's just my 2 cents.
Oh, Lafayette. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I've never been there. I only know Daniel Cormier from Lafayette.
Oh yeah, that's So, are you watching the UFC? Are you a fan of it?
Yeah, I watched the UFC. Yeah,
fucking A, man.
I've been watching that ever since Brock Lesnar was champion.
Oh yeah. So you go way back too. Yeah, I found out about UFC Shit, I was in the military. I was in the Marine Corps for a long time, and every time we would go to the field on on some bus rides, like they would take us out to camp, and like all the buses had the little mini TVs, and the bus driver was a huge fan of the USC, so he did not want to miss one single fucking fight. So
Yeah,
he had all the TVs and all the seats fucking playing UFC
oh,
on
fucking
Saturday nights. It was fucking amazing.
sounds perfect.
Oh yeah, best way to get a Marine amped up for some violence.
Yeah, I can believe it. Yeah.
Man, so obviously, music is, takes up a whole bunch of your life.
Just picking up some beer.
Yeah, get some more beer. What you drinking like that?
Oh, this is like just some cheap, fucking nice beer, Seidel. I got it right here, Seidel Macht. Fuck yeah. I don't know if you can see it. That's my bread and butter.
There you go. I lost my train of thought. We're talking about the UFC.
You said
And,
something about music.
About music, yes. But, yeah, music's a big part of your life. And I saw one YouTube interview, and you were showcasing a bunch of your records, and I'm fairly certain that people who tune into my podcast probably don't know a whole lot, because I like to showcase a lot of bands that are not. I mean, it's underground music, underground and extreme in nature. So
Yeah.
what underground records are like most important to you that people don't know about?
Fucking. There's so many, and then it's like so hard to say what does people not know about anymore now that there's so much on the internet and stuff.
That's true. That's true.
But very important to me was always. Now I think it's finally on the internet, but like for many years, I always used to make tapes of the band Formel 1 from East Germany, or Formel 1, like the old. It was like the sort of like the Judas Priest of the DDR or GDR, Eastern Germany. And for many years, it was impossible to get this both on the internet and almost also in physical copy. But I had like this very limited, or still have this very limited LP box of all the records they never got to release. So I figured this is one of my favorite heavy metal bands. So for many years, I've always like used to make tapes of this and just spread it to maniacs. I mean, like if somebody's worthy, I'll give them the tape. So this is like, it's still like quite unknown, but for me, it's like one of the best heavy metal bands of all time. Formel 1, Formel 1 from East Germany.
Yeah.
And I guess a few other bands. I just got the Savage Death LP got re-released finally. I bought it a couple of weeks ago. People should get onto that if they're into Savage Death, because that just got released on LP and probably will get pricey again in a year or so.
Yeah.
Fucking Savage Death from New Jersey. I love New Jersey metal. I'm really into that shit. Like that whole sound from New Jersey, that fucking punky Slayer kill sound, like Phantom Warrior, Oblivion, fucking yeah. I don't know. There's like there's a million bands. I don't know, but Formel 1 or Formula 1 sticks out. That's like probably my main. I'm an ambassador for this band.
Fucking hey, somebody has to be, right?
Yeah.
Why not you, man? It's and I was kind of wondering if y'all were gonna release the new Crimson Dawn, like distribute that through Spotify, because shamelessly, I listened to
it came tomorrow, not officially, I think, but I mean not tomorrow, yesterday. I got it in the mail. I don't think it's out officially, but here it is,
dude.
So it's real.
I heard one single on YouTube, and it's just fucking a continuation of what you guys bring to the table. And I was reading that both you and Sodomancer, like now, like had played guitar on both of you guys' songs that y'all wrote together, like, you know, individually.
Yeah, and that made quite a difference, I reckon, because in the early days I did all the guitars, but then Kato started getting really good at guitar and like better than me even. So it didn't make sense that I would play guitar on his songs. So then, and he like really likes to play guitar. So then he ended up being like he played guitar on his songs and I play guitar on my songs. He always taught me how to play his songs because somebody had to play them while he did the drum tracks. So I always knew how to play his songs, but I didn't teach him my songs because he was like in recording settings. He was like mainly the drummer when it comes to my songs. But we figured like, why don't I teach you my songs and you play guitar on all the songs and I play guitar on all the songs, and it'll probably sound more lively, like, and I think it did. It turned out it sounded more like a band, you know, sounds more like
really
alive.
full sounding.
Yeah, I think it just sounds more dynamic, like because like we got different playing styles. He's really tight, like rhythm guitarist. He's got that fucking head fill thing going, like really fast. But I'm a little bit more muddy, but like a little bit more rocking, kind of thrashy.
Yeah.
Way of playing. So I think, but together that like makes it sound more and more like a real band because we're just a duo anyway. Like it's like more of a collaboration. But when we did that, it sounds more like several people doing it. It sounds more alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, man. And dude, I mean, your guitar playing, your instrumentation is one thing about the band, but you have a very distinct set of vocals. I mean, I can't remember the first song that I heard from you guys, but whenever I heard that high, that like a banshee fucking call, dude, ain't nobody doing that shit, but you guys, as far as I know. And did that obviously that had to be something that just came naturally for you because you do it so fucking effortlessly, it seems.
Yeah, it did come pretty naturally because when we recorded the vocals for the first demo, it was like, who's going to do the vocals, me or you? And it was even, I don't know. And then it just like came to be me. And it's not like I've been standing in front of the mirror, like practicing the shit. So I just like, okay, we'll see how it goes, and just press record. And there you go. That was just like super instinctive. And then we just went from there. In the beginning, I wanted to have a little bit more like voice, with like just like use my voice a little bit more, like Paul Bailoff, kind of just like have an occasional and just like still sound like myself. But I think it was after the Onward to the Pits records when we wanted to go like full on black metal, and then I just got going really extreme with howling, and after that I like kind of just went brutal on it, and I like ditched my normal voice and just said crazy. And I was also inspired by the Evil Dead movies because I do the inward scream. I don't know many people because I do the falsetto, like like the Angel of Death thing. But I don't know so many people who does. I learned it from watching Evil Dead because I was watching all those demons, those crazy screams. And I was, how do they do that? And it just like, instead of screaming out, you go like in like. Like this guy, and then you can
Hell
go
yeah, dude.
and then you can basically scream forever because when you go in and you can go out, you go, and then you can pretty much just scream forever.
That was fucking awesome, dude. That was awesome. I love that shit. Love that. I was not expecting you to do it on the podcast, but fucking A.
Yeah, but people, if you want to scream like that, you just like study Evil Dead. Evil Dead.
Yeah, one of my favorite fucking movies. One of my favorite fucking trilogies of all time.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Did you get into the remakes? Did you watch those?
Yeah, I started watching those, but I didn't get I I tried to watch them when I was really stoned. Like, okay, let's see what this is about. And this, I didn't give them a proper chance, really, but I think they seemed a bit too hectic and like modern. But I haven't really. I can't really give it a proper opinion because I watched them only when I was like half asleep. You know.
We didn't get to.
But I did love the series though, like the Ash.
The Ash versus the Dead, Evil Dead.
Ash, yeah, that was sick. That was cool.
Yeah, I didn't get, man. See, that is something I need to catch up on because I have a really good friend who is a local filmmaker, and he always, tells me about it. He's like, dude, you need to check this shit out. You call yourself a fan of Evil Dead and everything.
That was really real. That was really Evil Dead shit with fucking Ash. You know, you need Ash for it to be really Evil Dead.
Hell yeah, man. I want to talk about like the actual origin story between you and Sodomancer, man. I mean, I don't know how many people have asked you how did that relationship come to be. So I want to get your what took place there. Like, how'd y'all guys meet?
Yeah, so that was a long time ago. Around it was right after Exodus released their album Tempo of the Damned in early 2004, I think it was. And I was really excited about it because, like, wow, this was a cool old school thrash record from the old guys. And it was like, to me, I think it was great. It sounded fucking cool. And he was also really into that record, but we lived like 6 hours apart from each other. And it was before it was like any proper social media going on. But we got in contact. We had like some obscure thing on the internet when like he noticed that I was into that record and I was into that, and then we got in contact and started talking about Exodus. And then I said, Mayhem is playing in my hometown in like a few months. You want to come and we can thrash out and whatever. And then he did. So he came to my place and we were like 15, 16. And it all started from there. It all started because we were both excited about Exodus. And then I would just say, like, yeah, come check out Mayhem. And then we became friends, like, instantly. And then a bit after that, there was a punk show in Oslo, and we were both going to that. And after the show, I was like, hey, come back to my hometown and we can have a jam, play some thrash. And and even some of the shit that's even on record on the first demo, that Zombie Cult Rehearsal, that's from our first jam ever. We'd never played together. We just like picked up. So that's a good tell of, like you said, chemistry before. Like, we always had very good chemistry because that song is even released on it's even released on the Wax now. But it was actually just like we just picked up and I was like, hey, check out this riff and then record. So that was like before we even like fucking tried anything. And that's but we sounded like ourselves from the first second.
Yeah. And I mean, you can't, it's something you can't really replicate. It just goes to show that, members of a band, whether it's 2 members or 4 members, I mean, if you don't have the same like-minded interest in music, like certain, things that you follow, you got to be friends as well. That's, you can't, if you don't get along with the guys, you don't have good chemistry, then why fucking do it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we just had this click. That's why we never really rehearsed. When I listen to some of the old shit now, I can't believe like we didn't rehearse for this shit. What the fuck? Because it's just crazy, like how we just pick it up. We just we're on the same wavelength. Sort of like on the last record, even there was one song. There was one song that was left on the album that Kato just made like last minute, and he was like, I want to have this song on the album. And we were already like set up all the mics and all the shit. Everything was ready for recording. We recorded all the other songs. It was the song Thrown to the Abyss.
Yeah.
And then he just sat down and he showed me all the riffs. And I think it was like a lot of riffs, like between 11 or 15 riffs or something. Quite intricate riffs, some of it. And he showed me all of those fucking riffs. And I was just like, okay, stored it all in my brain because we already recorded the other shit, so I had lots of room left in my brain for riffs. So showed me those 14 riffs or whatever it was, and it was like, okay, let's try to jam it. But since we had everything set up, it's just like, oh, let's just play record because you never know. And then we play record. And then we played, and that's the one that's on the album. We only played that song once. We never even. He just showed me the riffs, and we played it, and that's the one you heard on the album. We never even played that song again. We only played it once.
That's fucking amazing.
It's kind of crazy because it's like one of the more like epic songs on the album. Like it's a long song, intricate song, but yeah, it's just because we have a really good understanding of what the other guy means.
Yeah, I think a really good understanding of each other is definitely an understatement, because the type of the amount of good quality riffs and songs that y'all put out together in this short amount in this amount of time is nothing short of fucking just kick ass, dude. It is just, I don't know how else to fucking put it. I'm always, if someone's asking me about some of my favorite bands that's like ever come out of Norway, I mean, y'all in the mix. And I'm always pushing guys onto Deathhammer, because it's just like, dude, you want fast, you want some throwback, you want some shit that's blackened. Look no further than fucking Deathhammer. That's all I'm gonna say, because a lot of people that know me, they know, I'll have the aforementioned R Noir. They know I love that. They know I love Darkthrone, but like Deathhammer is right in that mix. So it's a fucking, I feel really privileged I get to talk to you, again right now. The conversation, this was definitely a highlight of the podcast.
All right, thanks, man. That's cool. Nice to hear. You mean again? We meet before or what?
I think I met you in passing at Maryland Deathfest. Oh, okay, and I am pretty sure that you don't remember me.
Yeah, it was, some drunk fast Lloyd.
I think after you hit the stage, you were like straight into getting party mode, and rightfully so. That was a kick ass fucking show, man.
Yeah.
You had a lot to celebrate.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was good time. Yeah. And I had to run because Sacrifice was playing. They were like my main band to see, and they played like almost the same time as us. So I missed some of that show, but I had to run off the stage to the different stage to catch some of Sacrifice, because I'm a big fan of them.
Yeah, definitely. What are some bands in the Norwegian scene, other than what we named, are other than Necromantheon, other than Deathhammer? What are some really like up and coming thrash bands that you pay attention to out there?
Up and coming bands, there is Ninth. It's hard to. It's a weird word. Maybe it's spelled Nithe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're like old school metal, like thrashy Black Death. They're very good. They got a new demo out now. They're very, very good, from the south, with an old friend of our, me and Kato, Turjes and Alex, who he's contributed to some Deathhammer shit, and they played in the Deathhammer band. No, I didn't Deathhammer. I played in a thrash band with Kato, Conflagration, many years ago. It was good. Yeah, so that's Ninth, a very good new band, and but they're thrashy. But there's a very good. They're pretty thrashy too, but leaning to the punky heavy metal side. Ingen Nåde. It's like a very good. I guess I gotta spell that too for Ingen Nåde means no mercy. It's spelledIngen, new word, N-O, like the weird A, D-E. Mm-hmm. Ingen Nåde. And that's a very good new band. They're coming with a new record now in any time now. I think maybe this month or next month. Mm-hmm. Very good. They released a couple of demos or EPs so far on tape. That's amazing. And Yeah, Ghoul Cult, they're not new, but I think that's my favorite Norwegian thrash band, Ghoul Cult. But I used to play there with Kato after they were like, after their real peak, as you say, but he wanted to play live again later, and me and Kato joined them because we're such big fans. That's like a little bit forgotten band. I think they're like the coolest thrash band from Norway, Ghoul Cult.
Yeah.
They're really good. Yeah, and also I used to do vocals also in Inferno for a while, but they're back together now too. I'm gonna watch them in a couple of weeks. They're back together with the original vocalist Hazardous Pussy Desecrator. So now they don't need me anymore. He's fucking crazy. He's crazy. You were talking about me and my this guy is crazy. He's much crazier than me. He can scream. You never listen to that? Inferno.
That's something I need to check out.
It's also with like some of the guy Aggressor from Modern Noir and shit. It's like from back in the day, from the same time as that, but it's more like pure thrash. It doesn't have the black metal elements from Modern Noir.
Yeah, like, I think one of the reason why I keep asking you about other bands from your area, man, is because like you have like like really good access to it where I don't, and a lot of things kind of get flown under the radar for me as an American, and like just when I watched some videos that had you featured. I mean, your record collection is fucking insane. I mean, the amount of vinyl that you were just showing, like certain host of whatever podcast or whatever channel. I mean, you were telling the people, look, get on this. If you like us, you need to get on this. Start with this, and then you'll understand Deathhammer. You'll understand you as a musician. And I'm just curious, just picking your brain, of like, what are 6 albums that you cannot fucking live without? Like if if the house was burning and you need to take albums with you and you limit to just 6, or if you want to go more than 6, that's fine. Because I'm really curious about what you're taking in that scenario.
In that scenario, I'd probably be standing there going like, "Oh, I like this album, but I can probably get this pressing again." And I would be like, "Okay, but what about this one? This is like really hard to get because this is UK pressing, and this is all." And I'd start burning up, like trying to think of it. Fucking brutal. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, if I'd have to think, if I could just go with my favorites, I don't know. Because then, if I'd have to think about the records, then I have to go like, oh yeah, but this is a special pressing. It would be hard. But yeah, I don't need to. But then I definitely need to bring that Formula 1 one like I was talking about, like that really rare one from Germany, because I can't get that again. It's really hard to get. And I need to get Sarcophago Inri.
Oh, fucking right. That's a fucking legendary fucking album.
And Impetigo just released a box set, so I'll cheat and I'll just grab the whole box, because that's a sick box and it cost like fucking a fortune. So fucking I get it. Yeah, and Transylvania Hunger by Darkthrone. I need to get this one, even though if we gotta go with the record collection, I have some first pressing, so maybe I'll just grab the Blaze instead, since it's first pressing. But yeah, but now we're getting getting too nerdy. Now we're getting too nerdy.
Oh, hey, right. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. All nerds are welcome right here.
Yeah, maybe I'll get if I'm gonna be like shipped to a deserted island with a player and shit, then I have to think about the quality too. So let's go maybe first Niflheim.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, Bonded by Blood, I need this, and I need some Slayer. Maybe go with Live Undead, so I get a little bit of
everything with Slayer.
Yeah, Show No Mercy and Haunting Chapel, with it. Yeah, I think I'd get that, and and then I get an Eddie Medusa album, whichever, maybe Westerful. It's like the Rockabilly King of Sweden, just like so I could get like a little bit of rock and roll party as well. Yeah,
some toe tapping shit.
yeah. A little bit of fucking greaser shit.
So what's next with that?
That's about 6 seconds. That was about
that's a fucking solid 6 if I haven't heard one before, man. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever mentioned an Impetigo box set on this podcast. That's for sure. So if anyone doesn't know about that, you better school yourself, because that band has.
Yeah. I can do an ad for it right now. Fucking. It's just album Fuck Off and Die Records. It's this
shit, yes.
It's like all this shit. And you can choose between the zombie version and the cannibal version. I got the cannibal version. It's just some guy from South America. Yeah, because what do you mean? Because what is a cannibal mask? It's just a human, anyway.
That's right. That's right. Did it come with a shirt? I see you wearing the shirt.
No, this is like one of a kind. My friend made it to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's only one of this shirt. It's pretty cool. Faceless, yeah.
Man,
I'm a huge fan of Impetigo. They're probably my favorite death metal band.
Fucking A. That's some shit that people around here shouldn't get on if they don't know about it. But man, that's a solid fucking 6 albums. If I haven't heard one before, I'll say it again. And it goes to show just like what type of caliber of music that goes into like the Deathhammer's influence, and namely your influence, because you were talking about how your vocals were inspired by Bailoff, and this entire time, in my own train of thought, I thought it was like some early Tom Araya as well, from like Show No Mercy era and stuff like that.
Sure, that's not. I'm inspired by him too, for sure. But I reckon my main inspirations were Paul Bailoff and Stefan Witten from Soothsayer, the French Canadians, because he goes like really fucking wild on his like schizophrenic style, and that really turned me on with the like just like when you. Because like Tom Araya, he goes up kind of when you expect.
Okay, cool. We're back. All right. And we were just talking about how you had some different vocal inspirations over the years.
All right.
Bailoff, Araya. Yep, all good.
Can you hear me?
Yep, hear you just fine. Actually, I can see you a little bit better too.
I'm sorry, man. I just gotta get my headset back on, because it said it will echo if it's not. Let's see. Just give me a second.
No problem, man. No problem at all. Beauty of this is that it's not live, and I could always edit little pieces here.
Oh, how are we now?
Oh, we're good. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Because I have the headsets now.
Okay.
You good? Yeah, should be good. Sorry, man.
No problem. No need to apologize, bro. Shit happens. That's why I always have like backup plans to the backup plan.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about how you just inspired by different artists with your vocals and whatnot. Before we had the break, and so I'm just really curious about the recording process. The recording process between you and Kato for this particular new release. Just walk me through how that happens, man.
Yeah, we always do it like on our own. We never went to a studio. We always just recorded it in our where we rehearse pretty much, and we always use the same. It's like an old digital recorder. It's a digital recorder, but it's old school digital. You could say. So it's like been really hard to deal with because it's like it's a pain in the ass, but it gets good sound. And we've used this for every recording pretty much we ever did, except the new album, because now the recorder started to get pretty old, and I really love that recorder, but it was like what's the word when it like hangs up, like when
kind of
like,
unstable,
like when you're let's say you're on a computer or whatever and you're doing something and it freezes and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it started to get a little bit tired. So sometimes we record a song and the shit like got fucked and we had to like delete the shit, and it was like hard to deal with. So it was like, okay, rest in peace, our nice recorder. But so so now we do it with a little bit less old school equipment, but it still sounded good. It's just with Kato's or Sadomancer's what do you call, sound card into like a computer and stuff, but he knows how to not make it sound fancy anyway. So but it's only just me and him just sitting there and like doing our best to figure out how it is. I'm not the most technical guy when it comes to this kind of shit. So Kato is mostly the engineer in the band, and I help out where I can, but I'm not so good with that. So he's pretty much the guy who sets up the mics and like puts in the cables in the right place and presses the right buttons and shit.
Pressing all the buttons, turning all the dials.
Yeah, but it's always just me and him. That's cool because then we can always take our time. We can like sit around and listen to some cool records, get in the mode, and like get fucking evil. And then when it's time, we like press record. Even if it's in the middle of the night, we're like not on the clock or whatever.
Yeah.
So we always do shit in our own time, in our own way, and with no random person looking over our shoulders telling us to do it this and we have to do it like that or whatever. So, and that makes things take a long time because we're not professional, but it makes it we do it in our own way. So it turned out good so far.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing so far, man. And you could definitely tell there's I'm not gonna say it's more polished because that would be unfair to you guys. I would just say that there's way more dynamics in the newest release that I heard, and I plan on buying that vinyl too. I'm just letting you know. I'm just now that because I didn't realize that y'all were signed to Hell's Headbangers out of I believe the Ohio, like Cleveland, Ohio area. Yeah. So I mean that will come in pretty damn quick. So I'm definitely gonna get on that. There's actually just that and the same record that has Rapid Violence on that. I mean I love those two fucking records, dude. I'm always going back to that one. And I was wondering, and since you mentioned that you was a huge fan of Evil Dead, was that the inspiration behind the video for Rapid Violence?
Definitely some inspiration from Evil Dead there, like with the camera going through the woods and all that shit. Yeah, that was definitely inspired by Evil Dead. And then the killing of the first kill that Kato did, there was some kill that I always wanted to do because I always been watching Troma videos, Troma. So and I always loved like cheap effects that look good, and I always wanted to do that thing when you just dig someone down in the ground and it just it just comes off, and like it looks so good, but it's so easy to do. So I always wanted to do that. And then Kato was like, "Yeah, well, we should sacrifice a chick on a pentagram too." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." And then my girlfriend at the time was like, "I'll do that," and I was like, "All right." And then of course I was the guy that sacrificed her, and that turned out good too. We got another horror freak to do be the director. He's not professional either. But he's just like die hard. He's also into this kind of shit. So like we just gathered our brains and made it like DIY, and it turned out cool. I reckon. There's a new video. There's a new video coming out. Hopefully this month. We're trying to get it out before the record comes out. We recorded. It's just in editing now. It's also going to be like lots of blood and gore and shit, but I think it's going to be grittier. Grittier than the last one. It's going to be like more raw, like more like the Blair Witch look, but like with gore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be good.
Man, I remember whenever Blair Witch, the original one, came out in theaters, and it. I think I was maybe 19, 20 years old whenever that came out in the theaters, and I remember being like fucking like holy shit, like this is the way they captured it. Like that movie deserves all the fucking accolades that it's gotten, man. I think they were on like a $10,000 budget, and it made fucking millions.
Yeah, they got a record. It was like a record in that time for like not using money on the production, but making fuckloads of money. It was like unheard of. I don't think any other movie. I think there's one movie that has beaten it like recently. I can't recall what it was, but has been like the record for many years, like for least budget with the most income.
Yeah, definitely.
But it was always like a cool thing for like horror geeks to say like, oh, that movie is gay and like whatever. But like, what the fuck? I would thought it was sick. Like everyone's like, oh, it's just ripping off Cannibal Holocaust. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, just because it has like some similarities with the like documentary style, it's nothing like Cannibal Holocaust. It's like this is just like fucking pansies trying to be fucking true. This movie was sick. I think it was great. When I watched it when I was like barely 12, I knew that the movie itself wasn't real, but then afterwards they showed like the fake, like the mockumentaries of like, but it was actually real, and here's about the real tapes and shit. And I believe that, like, okay, so this movie was not real, but it actually did happen and shit. And I believed that at the time because I was just a kid, and that made it like fucking scary as shit.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not that much older than you, and I was like, holy shit, man, this has got some fucking some meat to it. There's more meat on the bone because they said that it wasn't it wasn't real, but then it was. It's like, what?
Yeah. Because when you watch, now that you watch shit on the internet and you watch all this real and the AI and shit, you're used to like shit not being real and like everyone's just trying to trick you all the time. But at the time when I watched like a full, like a 1.5 hour documentary about this actually being real, I was like, okay, so it is real. And like, okay, fuck, like that's scary. That was scary.
Yeah. I think that's something I don't consider myself a filmmaker by any means, but knowing that they did that shit on like a fucking like a little mini camcorder or something like that at the time, it's fucking inspiring. Like I would like to just like go out in the fucking woods at different nights and kind of record some shit like that, like make it real fucking grim and gory. I got some friends, like I said, in town that are way better filmmakers than I am. And they even have like their movie shorts like thrown into like different festivals and whatnot. So I like to get my hands with those guys and like do something really fucking scary if we can pull it off.
That was cool, yeah. I fucking love DIY B horror fucking shit. I just got my my video player back working, so I went and got all my fucking my old Troma flicks. Went and got them. I had them in storage, but since I got my video player working out, it's fucking redneck zombies, fucking rabid grannies, temptation, fucking Nukem High, chopper chicks from Zombie Town, fucking Toxic Avenger. Fucking love Troma. I even met Toxic once. Me and Sadomans, we met Toxic and Lloyd Kaufman once. They were fucking sick cunts.
They got the new one coming out with Peter Dinklage and some another bunch of celebrity actors and whatnot. in the remake.
The remake. Yeah. It's not out yet, is it?
I don't think so. I think it came out yet, but it's been like they have like wrapped up production on that one for the longest time. I think the movie is like maybe 3 years old, maybe 2 years old at this point, and they're finally getting to release it. So
and it's got some like real famous people in it too, right?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. So I hope that it's like really, like worth a watch.
Since Lloyd Kaufman's got a finger up in its ass, I think we're in for a treat. I don't think he'd like release some like really stupid, like, of course he released some stupid shit, but like not bad stupid. Like a good stupid.
Yeah, some good stupid shit. I totally follow you with that, man. So, bro, I mean, you got the latest release, Crimson Dawn, and so how fast do you two guys like start, the writing process after the release?
That depends. It's all organic, really. We never, because it's never like we do shit to do. Everything just happens. Like last time when we recorded Electric Warfare, that was kind of like Sodomancer's record, really, because I had 3 songs on that, but that was 7 minutes of 38. So like his songs were really long, and my songs were like even short. His songs were longer than usual, and my songs were shorter than usual. So it was like very different. But so that record turned out to be like a very epic sort of a big record. Like all the songs were like long, big songs, and I think it turned out good. But that was probably the only time we'll release a record like that. The new record is going to be more like Evil Power, kind of like some long songs, some short songs, or whatever. But yeah, I'm trading off. The point was like, after that record, I'd made those songs when I lived in Australia a long time before that even. And
oh shit.
And then so as soon as we recorded, that record was done. It had taken so long, we were like so relieved that we were done with it. We just got so inspired that just like in a fucking jiffy, we just like made a new record in like 1 second. And then that's the one that's there now. It took us a long time to actually get around to record it and get the artwork done and all that shit. But so that one we just record. We got inspired by having our brains empty, getting the record done. And this is often how it is. But we don't have like a set recipe for it. But it was kind of like that this time too, because after we recorded it, we realized, oh shit, we've been together for 20 years. And I was like, oh fuck, we need to release like some sort of anniversary, some sort of marking, because 20 years is like a lot.
That is a lot.
When we started playing, we were like, why don't we play like the guys did 20 years ago? Because then it was 2005, and we were like, we want to sound like 85. And that was 20 years ago. So let's do it like the old guys. And now suddenly we are the old guys, because it's been 20 years since then. What the fuck? And then we were just like, okay, we got to mark this somehow. And then we both had one new song. So we have recorded 2 new songs actually now that is in the mix. And if we always like fucking take a long time with the whole after process, like the recording itself
post production.
Like that we're not good with doing that fast, because like we're slow at asking people like, oh, can you do the cover and can you do the master and all this. But we try to do this fast this time, because we're gonna release like a jubilee record with 2 new songs and like all the rare tracks from 7 inches and shit. And we want to we trying to get it released by December, but knowing us, maybe we won't make it, because that means we have to get it all done by this month, because we have to wait for the LP, blah blah. But it's kind of stupid to go, all right, 21 years. What the fuck? I guess maybe that sounds evil in a way. I don't know.
But 21 years, man. You're legal to drink.
Yeah.
In America, anyway.
yeah. So we can make it for you guys with some. But then we don't want to go full on pizza Thrash either.
Yeah. So, and you know what? Shit, I'm glad we're talking about, just how long y'all been around.
But yeah, wait for that. Sorry, but wait for that. In December, it might be another Deathhammer record actually this year.
Well, shit. I mean, I gotta end now that I got you on social media, man. You can let me know ahead of time. Hey, Mo, this is when we're dropping it, and I'll be waiting for it for sure.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
But speaking of 21 years, what? Let me if you could just let us know what is the origin behind the name Deathhammer.
I don't know really. Actually, that is just a bunch of kids trying to make a cool name. Really, I don't think there's anything deep behind that, and we were into. Must have been inspired by Hellhammer, obviously. Like, you see the logo.
Fair enough.
It looks like it. So I just think it's we just wanted a cool name, and we were into Hellhammer, and it was just like a trip. There was already like Warhammer and Bloodhammer, and it was like, okay, so we can be a hammer as well. I think there's nothing deep to it, but now in hindsight, it's like, it's kind of a generic name, but it's like it's become a part of what is the music. So I don't think so much about it anymore. But like if I'd started the band today, I might choose a little bit more original name. But that's kind of, I guess that's part of the charm as well, because when you're a kid, you don't have to thrive to be original or whatever. You just go for it. So that's doesn't matter if the name is stupid or not, because it fits, and when you hear the music, it makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's whenever you mention that you guys were inspired by Hellhammer, that makes sense. I mean, shit, that is Hellhammer is one of my favorite bands of all time as well. I mean, I was just wearing the hoodie. I got a fucking A, dude. Hell yeah. Give me 1 sec. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There you go, Daniel.
All right. Oh, you're sort of lagging. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Apocalyptic Raids. Fuck yeah. I love that fucking
cover. The Raids, man.
So cool, that cover.
That's my shit.
I love that cover.
Yeah.
I love how that inspired Sadistic Execution so much. You can see like everything he does looks like Apocalyptic Raids. Like,
yeah, it sure does. Yeah, and also, a little bit of Darkthrone thrown in the mix. It's like he kind of combined the two.
Hey, you mean like the logo?
Oh wait, I'm thinking about Sadistic Intent. Sorry.
Oh yeah, with their artwork.
Yeah, with their artwork. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
But yeah.
Who made that? That was themselves that made that, right? Martin Eric Kane made that, maybe.
I believe so.
They used to draw all that shit themselves.
Yeah, and
it's fucking... We do that too on the new album too. We got into like drawing the shit ourselves again, like we did on the demos. But we're not very good artists, but that gives it like that demo look,
Yeah,
makes it look raw, like, because we have that shit in the new. Kato does the paintings and shit.
Shit, yes.
But I do more like looks
that's
more like
fucking awesome.
More cartoonish. I drew this with blood, actually.
Oh fuck!
I drew it with period blood. It turned out cool, is it? Yeah.
I drew that with period blood. Yeah, the lyric video for the latest release, man. I mean, I loved all that old school, like DIY fucking like drawing and stuff, because it reminds me. I mean, like every metal kid, including myself, was always inspired by fucking kick-ass logos. I remember like for the longest time, I was always, I mean, drawing fucking Slayer, do my best like how to draw their logo, fucking Iron Maiden, the list goes on, and it's like someone took all the fucking the drawings of Deathhammer inspired and I think might have been you guys. I mean, I don't know. And like put it to the lyrics. It was fucking amazing. I fucking love that shit.
Yeah, I was the guy who drew all those drawings.
There you go.
Yeah, so there was just we wanted to get it even more like authentic raw look. All the old, still have all of Kato. I mean, Sadomancer's old drawings from the old demos and shit, and you can see on the backside it's just like math homework and shit because he did all of it in the class. So it's just like not doing what it's supposed to and just drawing demons, Eddie demons instead.
Shit, yeah, man. Before I let you go, because I don't want to take too much of your Friday, man. Like I just have to know what's it like hanging out with the guys from Darkthrone, because I know that you guys had to hang out at one point.
Yeah, I never hang out with Nocturnal Culto because he lives in the forest by himself. He's been a loner since 92,
since 93,
I think. Yeah, 92, 93, yeah. So I never see this guy, but Fenris, he's my friend. But he's also been a little bit more secluded the last few years. He's not the guy you just meet on the town, but he's Sadomancer's neighbor. So when I go to Sadomancer's place to have a beer, I'll see Fenris too, and we'll have a beer. And he's himself, he's the same metal freak, he's always been.
Yeah.
He likes to crack dry jokes and talk about obscure metal. It's the same shit always. He's a cool guy.
That's awesome, man. That's fucking
always
awesome.
Always appreciated what they did for us, like because he was there at the first Deathhammer show and he was into it. And when we just released like a couple of demos, they put us on the fucking album, and it was like with the cover, and always been supporting us like from day one. So hats off to them, and it's an honor because they're like my favorite band anyway. So it's like
same here, dude. Same here. Like, I mean, not one episode goes by where I don't name drop them, and it would to back in January where I got to interview Ted. That was fucking. That was insane to me. Like if anyone would have said, "Hey Mo, you're gonna interview Darkthrone, at least one half of Darkthrone on your podcast," and I mean, it said like, "Get the fuck out of here." but it
and
happened.
he doesn't like to talk so much either. So it was good on you.
No. Yeah, man. I was told
he's not the guy that that you see around so much. So like
yeah. I was totally shocked that I got that email from him saying that he was willing to do it, and I know that they're very selective in who they talk to and all that. So it was a huge fucking honor, and like to hear fellow artists like yourself that have the privilege of knowing Darkthrone and saying that they're really really humble guys, and I could tell straight away from talking to Ted, he was it was it was fucking awesome, and to say the least, and to hear you talk about Fenris like that, how he's just he's a fellow metal freak and championing you guys. That's fucking awesome, man, because I think I know that if it wasn't for Fenris and in his podcast, there's no way I would have heard about you guys. Like it would have went probably completely under the radar for me. So
yeah. Who knows? Yeah, we probably wouldn't. We probably would have gone on many people's radars because I like to think that people into us, especially after all these years because of the music. But it sure gave us a little bit of a boost when we only recorded a couple of cassettes, and there we are on a fucking Darkthrone cover, you know?
Yeah, man. So, with saying that, dude, I am definitely looking forward to the release when it drops. It's Crimson Dawn by Deathhammer. Talking to Sergeant Salsten, and dude, it was an absolute blast to have you on the podcast, man. Thank you so much for coming on board. Despite the little blip we had, it was fucking fun.
Yeah, that was all right. I got to have a piss, so it's actually all right for me. Yeah, no worries. It's nice to have a talk, man.
Hell yeah, brother.
Maybe see you around. Have a good weekend.
You have a good weekend too, man. And yeah, I'll definitely let you know the next time I'm out and about in Norway, because I feel like that's my second home, my home away from home. I've been there now 5 times, and I always find a reason to go back. And like, you know, I went through I attended enough Infernal festivals. Now I just want to go and just hang out and just see other places besides you know, Oslo, and just kind of venture out into the country, you know, like maybe take some train rides somewhere or wherever the fuck.
If you're going to go to Norway, that's the way to do it. I mean, I'm become a bit of a city rat myself living here, but if you're going to go here as a tourist, it's kind of stupid to just go in the town because it's like got some of the best nature around, so it's a good idea. Go and see some mountains and shit.
Yeah, maybe I'll like I said, I'm definitely gonna bring my camera and just like maybe I don't know, maybe I'll shoot a scary movie while I'm there.
Yeah, but still, I go to the forest. Not as much as I should, but that's the privilege of living in Oslo. You just go 15 minutes on the bus in either direction, and you're in the forest. So it's pretty nice. It's kind of a privilege living in the capital city and being able to like go and get some peace just like that. It's good.
Well, I will definitely look you up and see if you're not busy. Maybe we, you know,
I'll show you some good forest spot to grill some fucking dogs there, and I'll show you the cheapest beer in town. Yeah.
There you go. Let's go. Fucking Deathhammer, man. Fucking Sergeant Salsten. It's been a privilege, man. Thanks again. Have a great weekend.